So, in continuation to our last class, we were talking about rolling on inclined plane, etc. Let us try to understand this. Suppose there is an inclined plane, right, making angle theta. Let us say this height is h. There is a block or a sphere of mass m. Alright. Now this block is sliding to this position. Let us say this inclined length is L. Alright. So here initially the velocity was 0, and here what is the velocity? So can we apply the principle of energy conservation? We can apply the principle of energy conservation. So here this potential energy is converted into kinetic energy basically. Here the total energy is what? Here I am writing this position as 1 and this position as 2. You can apply this concept, TE1 is equal to TE2. So here you don't have any kinetic energy, you have only potential energy, because here speed is 0. Here there is no potential energy but only kinetic energy. You can apply this concept. This is the this is the case of sliding we are talking about. Okay, so here what is the potential energy? This is the reference line. I told you, from reference line you have to calculate the height. Which height we have to take? This is our ground, so we have to take this vertical height, not this inclined height. So mgh will be equal to half. Here let us say the speed is v, so it is half v square. If you solve this, you get v is equal to root over 2gh. This is what we have done in the case of sliding. Alright. Now suppose if this is a case of rolling, how it will change? Rolling, I will put here rolling. Can I apply law of conservation of energy? I can apply law of conservation of energy. So here also it will be TE1 is equal to TE2. But what is rolling? Rolling is basically translation plus rotation. Alright. So here mgh will be equal to kinetic energy here. See, the potential energy here will be equal to the kinetic energy here. So this is not simply sliding like this, it is rolling and coming like this, isn't it? So here you will have two types of kinetic energy. One is the translation kinetic energy, another is the rotational kinetic energy. Alright, so this you have to remember. So you have to see whether it's a rolling case or a sliding case. Alright, so V is equal to R omega, you know that, right? So this omega can be written in terms of R, V. So V omega is equal to V divided by R. So here you can cancel out m's. I think mgh is equal to half mv square plus half I. How you can write I? You can write mk square, the general format, into v square by r square. Cancel out m's all along. You get gh is equal to, take v square by 2 common, you get 1 plus k square by r square whole square. Or your v, I will write here, your v will be here equal to 2gh divided by 1 upon 1 by k square plus r square root over. Okay, so this is rotation plus translation. Only translation, the previous formula. Rotation plus translation, which is called rolling, you have to use this. What is this K? Radius of gyration. A cylinder will have some value, a sphere will have some other value. It depends upon the type of sphere, hollow sphere, solid sphere. We have discussed all this. So you have to put the corresponding K value. Alright. So this is the approach you have to follow. Now, let us say on an inclined plane, alright, here is given what type of sphere? Solid sphere, alright, and it is rolling down. This is our 30-degree angle. Alright. The sphere has got a mass m and a radius of r. Now here you have to find out the value of mu, so that only rolling happens and no sliding. Only rolling, no sliding. Any question comes in this pattern? So for this, recollect what I told you. So you apply a force, the block moves, this is sliding. Okay. So here there is some frictional force acting over here. This is some force. If it is greater than mu n, this will be sliding. Remember, 10 Newton, 20 Newton, 20 Newton is more than 10 Newton, it will slide. But if the force is less than this, there is a possibility of rolling, I told you. So if you take this point, this will be creating a torque. Alright, let us say you calculate the torque. Let us say this height is L, so FL by 2 is the torque about this point. Alright, but this weight also is creating a reverse torque about this point. Let us say the weight is W and this distance is A, so W into A by 2. Understood my point? I took this block, I applied a force about this point, it is creating this type of a torque. But this weight is also there, it is acting like this is creating a torque in the anti-clockwise direction. It will be opposing that. So if this net torque is greater than 0, it will topple. Okay. So this corresponding to this torque, there will be some force. Let us say that force is less than mu n, then there is a possibility of rolling, there is a possibility of toppling. Alright. So basically, if F is more than mu n, it will be sliding. If F is less than mu n, the sliding won't happen. That is what we have to remember. So remembering that, draw the forces which are acting over here. This is W acting in the downward direction. This is W cos theta, Y, this is theta, this is theta, this is theta. Here it is 30 degrees. This is our W sin theta. And this is our normal reaction. If the block tends to roll down, the friction will be acting in this direction. So the friction should be less than or equal to mu n. Okay. So what is the net force here acting actually? The net force here is W sin theta is acting in the downward direction, minus F is the F net, isn't it? W sin theta minus F. So this net force, if it is less than your mu n value, alright, so it will slide, it will roll. So we can calculate this F net value here. You can take the mass is given as 1 kg, so W will be how much? 10. So it is 10 sin theta minus F. Alright. So what is this N here? N here is W cos 30. So 10 into root 3 by 2, it is 5 root 3. Right? 10 into root 3 by 2, it is 5 root 3. So it is mu times n. So mu times n is how much? Mu times 5 root 3. So this is your net force, which is nothing but mass into acceleration. Okay. So if you want to calculate the acceleration, I am just discussing the concept, I am just discussing the steps that are involved. This is not a specific numerical. So first we were discussing that how much should be the mu value. Okay. So we need to understand that the force, the net force should be less than the force acting on the system should be less than the frictional force. Okay, then only rolling will happen. So what is the force acting on the system? The force acting on the system, the net force is this much. Okay, so let us say in the question the mu value is given to you, so you can find the F net value. From F net you will get the acceleration. How much? So mass here given as 1 kg. So mass is 1 into acceleration is equal to, this is 10 sin 30, which is 5. Mu value is, let us say it is 0.1. So 0.1 into 5 root 3. Alright. So So you get a value here for acceleration. So this object from here to here, it is rolling down. Alright. So if this distance is known to you, this distance, if it is given to you, let us say as 5 meters, s is equal to 5 meters is given to you, you know the acceleration, and you can find out the speed also with which it is rolling down. Okay. How? By applying v square minus u square is equal to 2as. In the place of a, you have to put this value. In the place of s, you need to put how much? This slant distance. So our answer will become v square minus 0. Here the speed is 0. Here the speed will be v. 2 times acceleration. This is 5 into 0.5 into root 3. Let me just make the calculation. .5 into root 3. It is 4.13. Okay, this value will get at 4.13 meters second to the power of 2. This is 4.13. This is 5. So what is the value of v here? V is 2 into 4.13 into 2 into 4.13 into 5 root over. It is 6.4 meter per second. So here the speed of the block will be 6.4 meter per second. Alright. In which condition? In rolling without sliding. If it is pure sliding case, the velocity can be something else. Okay. So suppose the mu value is given to you, you can calculate that. Okay. The way we have done is we have calculated the net force. Suppose there is no friction at all. If there is no friction at all, you have to take only the net force. You will get the acceleration. It becomes a normal case. Okay. If there is no friction at all, so where is the question of rolling then? Okay. This friction is providing you a possibility for rolling. Okay. See, when a surface is there, this is your block. So when this block is trying to move in this direction, there is a frictional force which is developed in this direction. So if this is the center of mass, this frictional force is creating a torque. Okay. Because of which it is trying to rotate. If there is no friction at all, from where you will get that torque? Alright. So friction has to be there for a possibility of rolling. On a perfect smooth surface, how a situation for rolling will happen. So you need to understand that. With this simple numerical, let us understand this. I have discussed this concept also. There is a sphere which is rolling on a platform. This platform is going with 4 meters per second. This radius is 1 meter. Alright. Now it is having an angular velocity of 1 radians per second. So what should be the speed so that it experiences pure rolling? Alright. So this disc will have a lower point. This point, let us call this point as B. This is for the disc or the sphere. Let us say disc is given in the question, and corresponding point of this will be B dash of the plank. So the condition here is, we have discussed that here rotation and translation both are happening. So if you take, because it is experiencing omega in this fashion, so r omega will be like this. Here r omega like this. Here r omega like this. I am drawing the translation part, but I am drawing the rotation part. But in translation, every point will be experiencing v. All right. So at this point B, what is the net speed? So v plus r omega. All right. So this has to be equal to the Planck speed Vp. Right. So we don't know v. So v plus, here what is happening up? This is adding to this direction, and both are in the same direction. Will the case of pure rolling happen? It will happen. Okay. There is a possibility. So v plus r is 1. 1 into 1 is equal to 4. When v is exactly 3 meters per second, it will be the case of pure rolling. Alright. Now let us say this speed was like this 1 radians per second. What will happen? At this point, this speed is like this is in this. Now r omega will be acting in this direction in the new case. Isn't it? This won't be true. The situation will be like this. All this will change. All these directions will change. They will change. I am drawing only the lowest part. So here what will happen? This will become v minus r omega will be the speed at this point. So if you see only the disk v is like this, r omega is like this. So at this point, v minus r omega will be the speed. Whether the net speed will be in this direction or this direction, who will decide? That will be decided by v. But for the condition to be pure rolling to happen, is it possible? Yeah, is it possible? It is possible. You can take the case that v is greater than r omega. What will happen? v 10 hai, ye 2 hai, 10 minus 2, 8. It will be in this direction only, isn't it? So here it will be v minus r omega is equal to vp. So v minus 1 into 1 is equal to 4. Here the speed has to be 5 meter per second to experience pure rolling. Okay. Now let us say in the question this v speed was given as 1 meter per second. Alright. Then you need to calculate and see this only left hand side part. So 1 minus 1 into 1, it is 0. 0 can never be equal to 4. Never the question of pure rolling will come into picture. Okay. So sometimes questions are asked on this format. You should understand the concept very clearly on this. Okay. So with this, most of the concepts in rolling, most of the concepts in rotations we have discussed. So I will be taking up circular motion in the next discussions. Any doubts, so just post me. I will answer them.